third graders of the world. How's it going? I hope you guys are doing okay. I'm hanging in there. Go a little stir crazy in this house. Welcome to art class. I'm in my basement, which is my new art room. Got my whiteboard. And we're going to do a little drawing together today. I'm assuming you found this on the school website. So what we'll do is we'll do a drawing. Maybe every couple weeks or so. Maybe we'll draw it the first week, color it the second week, and then we'll do some projects together. So I thought maybe we would do a little fun cartoon project, cartoon drawing together. All you're going to need is a piece of paper, a pencil and an eraser for now, and markers, crayons, colored pencils, whatever you want to use to color our little friend Patrick in. So I thought maybe we would do a fun cartooning drawing here on Patrick. Now, I'm probably going to go a little faster than we would normally go for a couple reasons. Number one, I don't know, I'm just staring at an iPad, so I don't know when you would be ready for the next part. Obviously, you guys work fast. Some of you work faster than others, and but also the other reason is it's a video. So if you want to pause it, you pause it. If you want to rewind it, you rewind it. If you want to watch this thing 35 times, listen to me, then knock yourself out. But I'm probably going to go zip along kind of quick because, you know, I don't want to make an hour and a half video for you. So pause and rewind it as much as you need to till you get Mr. Patrick Star looking the way you want him to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to erase this. The reason why Patrick's eye is red is that's kind of our starting spot, right? We usually start with like a shape or something. Obviously, I can't start that shape for you, so you're going to have to do that. But I'm going to leave that red, and then we'll start from there. We'll work our way out, okay? So I'm going to erase Patrick, and then we'll do a nice drawing together, just like old times. I hope you guys are doing well. You're hanging in there. I'm sure you're doing lots of work with Mrs. Caldwell and Mrs. Mitchell. I miss everybody. I miss you guys so much. I miss the teachers. I miss going to school. How weird is that? How weird is that, man? Times are crazy. I don't know what to tell you. I hope we're back sometime soon. I really do. But until then, we'll just we'll do some projects together with these videos, okay? How do we do that? Okay. So, I don't know how big your paper is, I don't know how small your paper is, I don't know. But whatever piece of paper you have, turn it vertical, okay? Up and down. Patrick's eye is going to go right about left to right in the middle, and up and down. There's the middle of my paper. Say a little bit higher than halfway. And it's kind of tipped a little bit, the oval. So nice and lightly. Draw. You don't have to write this part. I know it's been a while, but hopefully you remember to draw lightly. I've said it every day since kindergarten. Pre-K. So very lightly. If you want, because with cartooning, you can kind of treat this as a sloppy copy if you want. I'm sure you'll be erasing and fixing things as we normally do. And then if you want, you can just kind of like lay another piece of paper over top, especially if you're using like a thin piece of paper. You can either put it up on your window as for like a light box, or if it's a real thin piece of paper, just lay it over top of your sloppy copy, and then you could trace a nice clean copy. And then ink it with if you have black markers or whatever. And then you don't have to worry about all the eraser marks. So start with a nice oval. Patrick's second eye is going to be connected to that first one. It's almost the same size. Right next to it. Yeah, that's better. And his pupils I'll color mine in simply because I'm using a black marker. You guys probably want to just draw the ovals and don't color it in yet. Okay? And Patrick's head, his big pointy star head, we'll start that right about, I guess, a little bit to the right of that eye. And I'm going to go pretty much almost to the top of my paper and kind of curl around. You know, it's not real pointy on the top of his head, except when he's Pinhead Larry. But right now, this is just regular Patrick. Right, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to come right down. I'm going to leave a little space from that eye. I'll come down. It's got a very slight little curve. And I'm going to go lower, considerably lower than his eyes. And we'll just leave that there for now. His mouth, he looks a little surprised. He's pointing at something with his mouth hanging open. Doesn't take much to surprise Patrick. Not the brightest star on the tree. Right under that second eye to the right, we're just going to put a little line, a little short line. And then we're going to make a nice big mouth. The mouth is kind of like a big round curve. It droops down a little bit to the left. So we're going to come around, kind of like that. Big swooping line. So it comes around, back, dips down, and then curls up. And it's got kind of like a little curve on that lip right there. And that lip can even go out a little bit further than the top, or it can finish up even with this top lip if you want. Mine's a little bit out to the right. Doesn't matter. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to curl around that lip. It's pretty pointy. It kind of curves in a little bit. I'm going to curve way out because Patrick looks like he's gained a couple extra pounds being trapped in his house. I'm glad I'm not the only one. I don't know about you people. I've gained like 12 pounds since I've been home. If this thing goes on any longer, they're going to have to take the roof off my house just to get me out of here. Yeah. The iPad apparently is adding about 20 pounds to me. I wish it was the iPad and not the food I'm eating, but yeah. I'm getting fat, people. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to come right inside the mouth. We want to do the other side of the mouth. So that's just going to be simply like a curved line somewhere inside of those edge of those two lips. Nice little curved line. Kind of mimics what's happening over here on the other side of the mouth. And then he's got a tongue way back down here in this bottom little area right here. His tongue, which is just two little bumps, like two little mountains. Bump, bump. Patrick's a little scared. Okay. Now I'm going to continue this line down a little bit more. I want the back of his head here to be at least as low as the bottom of his mouth. So if they're even, or this is even a little bit lower, that's good. You'll be all set. Okay. Now I'm going to hop back up and do his eyebrows. Now he's surprised, obviously. Those eyebrows are going to be raised, right? In cartooning, the eyebrows are everything. They create expression. If they're tipped down in the middle, he's angry. If they're out to the side, that's like, worry or concerned. And of course, straight up, oh, he's surprised. So Patrick's got these two little eyebrows. This one is actually like off his head. It's like half on, half off. And then the other one, they're kind of like just two fuzzy rectangles is all they are. Okay? And the higher they go, the more surprised he is. Okay? So what I'll do, I'm going to add an arm. I don't quite have enough room for his entire arm, So I can either have it go off my paper or I can shorten it. I hate to shorten things. I don't like to change the shape something's supposed to be just because my paper's not big enough. If it goes off, it goes off. But what I'm going to do is slightly under his bottom lip. I'm going to kind of go around. I know this is going to be a little bit too short. It really should go off. His arms are longer than that. So I'm just going to have it go off a little bit like that. Okay. And now over here, I'm going to add his other arm. His other arm is down. So that one's up and pointing. This one's kind of just down at the side. So as always, we want to try to make it, even though they're two different arms, it's still the same creature. So we want them to look the same, even though they're in different directions. We don't want a big, long, fat arm and a little tiny, skinny arm. They're the same. His little starfish arms should be about the same. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to make his waist go from like the middle of this arm, maybe a little bit out further, and I'm going to go all the way over to this side of his big belly. Okay. I want that belly curve in a little bit, so it looks like it's going into the shorts. Okay, and now I'm running out of room. So I don't know how much room you guys have. Probably gain a little bit by turning these guys. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to curve that down, and then I can just barely see his shorts. Right? And then this side, you can see a little of his Bodinsky. Round. He's basically kind of shaped like a bowling pin. And then we've got the shorts coming out over on this side and coming down. So pretty much he's got two wide legs to his shorts, and they flare out a little bit, which means they kind of curve out a bit. Okay? Now the drawing that I'm looking at, he actually has a double. It's like a double line to waistband. I don't know if it's always like that or not. I haven't seen SpongeBob in a while. Now, of course, he has these cool purple flowers on his shorts. They remind me of kind of like Hawaiian flowers with like a circle in the middle, right? It's kind of like this big, wavy, kind of like that. Maybe two just big ones would be fine. Of course, we've got his little belly button. It's like a double line. The first one's shorter and rounder, and the second one's just kind of like the edge of it. And then of course Patrick has these little spots, right? So we'll just do a few little spots here and there. Okay. I told you I was going to go fast. I told you. But that's okay. You can pause and rewind it as you need it. And there's our wonderful Patrick. Now, of course, you can Google it to see what colors Patrick is if you want. But pretty much talking about pink tongue, pink Patrick, black inside the mouth right in there, black pupils. Sometimes those little spots are just a darker version, so like if you're coloring it with colored pencils or something and you're coloring him in pink, you could always do those spots like maybe a little bit darker shade. If you've got a color like that. Inside the eyes are obviously white, black eyebrows, lime green shorts, and then he's got these funky purple flowers on his shorts. Okay, so nice little fun drawing to get us started with our new art classroom in Mr. El Paso's basement. How sad is that? So as I said before, you can do this a few minutes a day if you want. I know you guys are really busy. Your teacher's giving you lots of work, and that's great. But if you just kind of want a little break, you can draw for 5 minutes a day if you want, each day. Or you can just sit down, do the whole thing if you want. You're really getting into it. And then maybe week 2, maybe trace it with a marker or even a pen if you want, just so you can see those lines a little better. And color with crayon, color with marker, color with color pencils, whatever you guys have available. Obviously you're not going to have the art supplies that we would have in the art room, but just use whatever you've got, okay? Don't stress yourself out about it. So first week, maybe draw it. Second week, color it in. Maybe we'll do a drawing or project maybe every other week. And we'll have them on the school website. Just look up 3rd grade, click on it, and there'll be a video from me. Okay? I miss you guys. I hope to see you really soon. We're going to have to wait and see. Otherwise, we'll just keep doing this till they tell us to come back. Take care, guys. Be safe. And we'll see you in my basement sometime soon.